Hey tubes, Jonathan was wrong here. Truth on a budget. So, heard I was just watching a Richie from Boston cast, and someone asked about Russianvids, and I have the answer to that. Russianvids was not a real person. He was a fake, just like all those other things, like the Flat Earth Society and all those other fake co-opted things. He was another one of them. Can I sit here and give you the e-data for, his name and who he is and the exact channels he's run? No. Can I tell you that I recognize his voice? Yes. Can I tell you that I've heard him in other channels going on about like Nibiru and Planet X? Yes. How can I confirm this to anybody? You're gonna have to dig through the archives yourself. But well, first and foremost, he made it so no one can leave comments. That's fishy. I let anyone leave comments. If you want to troll me, go ahead. It happens all the time. If you've been spending time in my channel, you've seen I get troll attacks every day. I made videos about it. They should know by now that when they do attack me, it's like, hey, what are you even doing here? It's kind of obvious. But anyway, Russianvids, that guy, says dirtbag. The guy from the Nibiru channel also said dirtbag. Us dirtbags, these dirtbags. He tried to curb it, but one day I was listening and he said dirtbag, and it's like, wow! It was one of those, like, one of those moments where, like it's out of a movie where, it's like you're a torturer's voice from across the room, What is that, one more please. And you're like, "Bah, bah, bah, bah." Yeah, it was like one of those moments. I was like, I know you. And I knew exactly who it was. I mean, there's other fishy stuff anyway, because, when the channel gets too heavy into something like numerology, or any of that blood ritual stuff. I was watching one thing, and a guy was like, here you see I drew the planet Saturn in my own blood. And I'm like, what? What? Yeah, okay, I'll tell you what, people. If someone you're listening to is drawing the planet Saturn in their own blood, stop listening to their channel. That is all kinds of witchcraft. How can you not recognize? If you're doing any workings with your blood, it's magic. I don't. Why do I need to tell you this? I shouldn't have to. I'm assuming anyone on any of my regulars here are know that if you're doing anything with your blood, with intent, it's magic. What? Anyway, I couldn't even believe when I saw stuff like that. It's like, what? But it's sad because a lot of truthers don't research satanic activity for some reason. They're like, oh, they all worship Satan, but we don't know what they do. It's like, well, you should, because if you know what their rituals are, you know when one's taking place. Know thy enemy. Every single strategist, every single, throughout history, what do they say? Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Know your enemies. Know your enemy. Every genius, general, or politician throughout history has said it. I think they're right. I'm pretty sure you should know your enemy. I'm no genius, and it seems like a good idea to me. And it is a good idea to several geniuses. So you might want to, look into what the bad people do, so you can recognize it. But anyway, back to my what I want to talk about. Yeah, Russianvids, not a real person. He was another Coatel, no, he was not real. Fake. On the same thing of, they'll say, they'll touch on some things, and then it's just a bunch of nonsense about, everything adds up to 33 and 66. And here's the thing, a lot of it does. Some of that might be coincidence, some of that might be on purpose, but regardless, it very much detracts from everything, you know? If you're sitting there and like this adds up to this adds up to that, and this, and you know, the number 33 is here, the number, you know, you just sound like a crazy person. And it just detracts from what's actually occurring. You know, who cares, you know, of the numerology involved when it's obvious that it was fake? You know, who cares about the numerology involved when it's, you know, that there's more important facts. There's more solid facts. You know? You know, it's like arguing something like 9/11. It's like, you know, you like how would they even get the past, you know, this, you know, the derp derp derp. It's like, okay, how let's talk about like physical things, like a building wouldn't collapse like that, or if an airplane flew through a building, it would continue through the other side, and there'd be pieces of airplane shooting out the other side of that building, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, you start with the most basic argument, and then if they need more evidence, then you can, you know, start doing with the little things, but you always start with the big obvious stuff. If you go onto a channel and someone's rattling on about the littlest, most inane detail of like, oh, this guy's he's wearing a red tie today and he was wearing a blue tie yesterday, you know, duality and blah 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 blah. No, maybe he's just wearing a red tie today. Maybe he just wore a blue tie today. What's more important is that he just came out of a satanic temple. See what I'm saying? When you get into the minutia, it detracts from the you know, major points, and I think that's something what Russianvids was doing. Other than the fact that I recognized his voice, I knew it. The second he said "dirtbag," I was like, I know his voice. I know him. I know you. And literally about the same time, I made a video about it, and he's disappeared. I'm not saying I'm responsible. That'd be funny because I don't, you know, there's got to be a few people, a few subs on my channel that are, you know, that are watchers, for sure. I can't check my subs, and they know that I can't check my subs, even though that I could be, you know, just saying that, but they also know that I don't lie. So there's that. Yeah, you really have to be crafty to be devious and not lie. I've been able to do it once or twice. It's not easy. But yeah. So if anyone's wondering where a Russianvids is, he's gone, and he never was. He was never a real person. There never was a Russianvids. He was the same guy from some Planet X Nibiru channel that I listened to like 6 friggin' years ago before I woke up. When I still, you know, used to think there was space. It's kind of funny to hear too that I was kind of ahead of the curve on the whole flat Earth thing. I'm not bragging or anything, but I thought more people were down with that sooner than me. But then again, I was researching the expanding Earth, the hollow Earth, all that crap. It's all crap. It's the hollow Earth and the expanding Earth and all that stuff was just to take away from the flat Earth, to give us another option. And the fact of the matter is that the expanding Earth theory and the you know, hollow Earth theory, none of that stuff is attacked. Hollow Earth is, you know, made, you know, people make light of it, but you know, but it's not openly attacked like the whole flat Earth thing is, all day every day. Anyway, just wanted to make a quick video about that. Quick, I know, right? 9 minutes, blah blah blah. But yeah, Russianvids, not a real person. Good riddance. So yeah, everyone have a beautiful day, and God bless you.